Hey everyone, Zach from Apps Delivered here, and I'm excited to present another weekly hierarchy showcase utilizing our app, Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. This week, we're going to be creating a sprint capacity planning process using the hierarchies feature in Smart Issue Templates for Jira. For those of you who do not know what hierarchies are basically a set of related issues, be it epics, stories, tasks, or subtasks that form a related process that then can be created, applied, and assigned with one click. So hierarchies and smart issue templates for Jira Cloud allow you to automate repeatable processes that are very tedious and essentially standardize all these different processes across your business. So I'm excited to show off how we can create this hierarchy, how we can apply this hierarchy, how we can track it, and how we can set some enterprise level permissions on it. So let's get right into it. So you will be able to access this hierarchy from our set pre-installed hierarchy section up here. If I drop this down, it'll be in there very soon. You'll also be able to go into our documentation, find the file, download it, and then import it here in the top right as well. So I'm actually going to go ahead and click into our sprint capacity planning process hierarchy. Now, this is our traditional hierarchy screen, but let's take it a step further. Let's click edit. And there we have it. We are actually inside our sprint capacity planning process hierarchy. Let me explain a little bit of what is going on here. So who's actually interacting with this process? Well, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 users. That's going to be our Scrum Master, our project manager, a product owner, and a team member. Greg, Tyler, Huzum, and Farah. You can drop down these users, change them. It's entirely flexible. So variables in hierarchies for Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud allow you to pre-fill the issues that we're going to create with one click with some preset values. Another way you can automate some of this manual data entry. So we've chosen who our users are going to be. Now we have one text variable, sprint name. So every time someone clicks apply to this hierarchy, they're going to be prompted to type in the sprint name. If I scroll down here, when I click apply, what issues are actually being created? Well, we have about 3, 6, 9, 12 issues being created with just one click and assigned to all of our different user variables we just referenced. Our Scrum Master, as you can see up here, we've got Scrum Master again, Project Manager, etc. Okay, so we can create all these issues with one click, assign them to all those different users, works entirely with every single issue type, and I can drop this down, change the issue types, change the project that these issues are being created in, and issues can be created across multiple different projects at once as well. If I click into one of these, there you can see our variable for sprint name. So gather availability data, you'll have the sprint name. So when you're looking at this issue, you know the exact sprint that it is connected to. We have a description in there. So every time this issue is created, this description will be pre-populated. We have our assignee variable that we referenced previously and our priority field. These templates also support all these fields you see here, and we're continuously working on supporting other fields in Jira as well. I won't go through every single issue that's actually a part of this sprint capacity planning process. Just know if I go down here and I click generate nodes with AI, I could say generate me a sprint capacity planning process. The app would do its best to do that. The AI would do its best to generate this process for me, can help automate some of that data creation, that data entry. And I think that's all I want to show in terms of this screen. When I actually apply this hierarchy, you'll see a little bit more about what's going on. Just know I could take tons of issues, turn them into a hierarchy, click a button, and create them all at once across multiple different projects. So I'll be right back. I'm going to click apply. As you can see, here's all of our user variables we were looking at previously. I can change them here as well if I would like. I'm going to insert the sprint name. We'll say sprint 12. We'll use that. All I have to do is click confirm to create all of those issues that we just looked at. And we've done it. We've just created every single one of those issues and assigned them to all of our different users. So if I click view applied history here, you'll see there's a 1 there. You can actually see all those issues have been created. I can drop those down, expand those. Now, I went ahead in the back end for a second there and actually transition some of these. So as you can see, as I start to move these across our projects, as I start to change the status, these progress bars are going to fill out here. Really helpful if you're creating issues across multiple different projects and you don't have to click into every project to see the status of these issues. Just go to the applied history screen, track this process in a single view. Some other options here: you can duplicate this hierarchy, add a scheduler, sprint capacity planning. If you're doing sprints weekly, maybe you want to do a weekly scheduler. So this hierarchy will create these issues every single week and assign them to those users every single week. Scheduler is very, very powerful. If you check out some of our past videos, you can see some other cool ways you can use the scheduler in Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud. I can also share this hierarchy. I can export it. That's how I'm able to allow you to go into our documentation and download the file, try it out yourself. I can also add it to a folder if I want to organize this hierarchy as well. So we've created the hierarchy. I've explained a little bit about what it can do. We've applied it. We've tracked it. Now let's set some permissions and we'll close out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back inside our Manage Hierarchies screen here. We can see our sprint capacity planning process hierarchy. To set some permissions, all I have to do is click this button right here. Choose a user. We'll do Husum, and we'll say Husum can only view this hierarchy. Exit him out. We'll do Farah can edit, apply, and view. And then we will do Greg can only view as well. All I have to do is click save. And there we have it. We've set some enterprise level permissions on this hierarchy as to who can view it, who can edit it, and who can interact with it. So it's very, very powerful stuff. Just note that your native Jira permissions that you have set up are going to override the permissions in the application, as well as the permissions in the Manage App page that your Jira administrator sets up for this app is also going to override this. But these are just some low-level permissions that you can use as you're using the app. If you want to take it a little bit further, we have some other videos on how you can do that as well. So what have we done today? Just one more time to reiterate, I've showed you how you can create a standardized process with a bunch of different issues, create these issues with one click, assign them to multiple different users across multiple different projects, track that process that you have just standardized, and then set some permissions on who can actually interact with that process, who can create that process, who can edit that process, who can participate in that process. My name is Zach from Apps Delivered. I want you to check out some of our other weekly hierarchy showcases. We get very complex. We get very simple. There's something for everybody. There's a process for every single department. I highly encourage you to check them out, and I will see you in the next one.